Most men today are trying to build wealth with broken strategies and recycled advice. They're listening to influencers, chasing trends, and following people who don't even live by their own words. Meanwhile, the most powerful financial principles have been sitting in plain sight for thousands of years. The book of Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. These aren't just spiritual texts. They are backed with brutal, clear-cut wisdom about how money really works. And yet, most men ignore them. If you're tired of financial frustration, if you want to stop feeling behind and start leading your life with clarity and strength, then this video is for you. I'm going to be breaking down 5 forgotten money secrets from Proverbs and Ecclesiastes that every man must know. These are real principles rooted in truth that can change your life if you follow them. And if you want to be the kind of man who doesn't want to just hear the truth, but actually live it, then it's time to join my private coaching program. Inside, we train men just like you to master their finances, discipline, mindset, health, and leadership. No fluff, no gimmicks, just clear results. The first link in the description will get you there. Let's dive in. 1. Chasing wealth for status leads to emptiness. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. That right there explains why so many men feel like they're stuck on a hamster wheel, earning more but still feeling behind. You were never meant to chase wealth for the sake of status. When your identity is tied to your bank account, you'll always be insecure. Why? Because there's always someone with more. The Bible doesn't condemn wealth. It condemns worshiping it. The man who loves money more than meaning, more than mission, more than responsibility, he becomes hollow. His wealth owns him, not the other way around. If you're building your financial life around the need to impress others, it will eventually collapse. Status doesn't last. Trends don't last. And men who chase those things become weak, reactive, and anxious. Ecclesiastes teaches us something that modern culture ignores. Wealth without wisdom is meaningless. You have to ask yourself, why are you building? What's the bigger picture? Because when your only goal is accumulation, you miss the purpose. Start thinking long term. Start building around principles, not performance. When you chase wisdom first, the wealth becomes a tool, not a trap. If you want true financial strength, you've got to stop chasing and start leading. Your words determine your wealth more than you think. That's not just about encouragement. It's about the outcomes your words create, especially with money. Most men sabotage their financial future not through big mistakes, but through consistent low-level doubt and self-talk. They say things like, "I'll never be good with money," or "I'm just not the type of guy to get rich." That kind of language creates a mental ceiling. Here's what Proverbs says: what you consistently say shapes your reality. When you speak from a place of fear, lack, or weakness, you reinforce it. But when you speak with conviction and responsibility, you start building forward, even if you're starting small. This is not about fake positivity. It's about clarity. You need to start speaking with intention. I'm becoming the man who manages wealth wisely. I earn, I save, I invest with purpose. I don't chase, I build. Those aren't just affirmations, they're recalibrations. The more you speak like a leader, the more you start to act like one. And over time, your actions produce fruit. If you're constantly joking about being broke or always talking like money controls you, it's time to upgrade your vocabulary. The Bible literally warns that your words feed you or starve you. Speak like a man who owns his mission, because your words are building your world. 3. Diversify, because you can't predict the future. Ecclesiastes 11:2 gives this timeless instruction. Give a portion to 7 or even to 8, for you do not know what disaster may happen on earth. This is ancient wisdom that every modern investor should memorize. The Bible is telling you straight. Stop putting all your eggs in one basket. Stop betting everything on one income stream, one asset, one job. The future is unpredictable. And if you're not diversified, you're exposed. Diversification isn't just for rich guys. It starts with mindset. Don't just rely on your job. Start building something on the side. Don't put every dollar into one investment. Spread it out. Don't depend on one skill. Learn others. The man who prepares wisely doesn't panic when the economy shifts. He adjusts. He pivots, he endures. And this is exactly what we build inside my private coaching program. We don't just talk about saving money, we build systems, multiply your streams of income, and adaptable thinking. We train men to be providers no matter what happens, because a real man doesn't wait for a storm to pass. He fortifies his life, so when the storm comes, he doesn't get shaken. Diversifying isn't fear, it's leadership. Ecclesiastes knew what most men forget today. You can't predict the future, but you can prepare for it. Be the man who's ready. Don't envy the rich. Study their patterns. And that's paraphrasing, of course. It's easy to see people with money, status, and success and think, why not me? But Proverbs reminds us, envy poisons your vision. It distracts you from your mission and makes you resent people that you could be learning from. Stop watching wealth like a jealous spectator. Start analyzing like a strategist. What are successful men doing that you're not? Are they more disciplined than you? Are they more focused? Are they taking more risk, building networks, managing their time better? The Bible never tells you to compare. It tells you to observe. The difference is maturity. One man sees success and feels insecure. The other sees success and says, let's figure out how that works. Your growth begins when you take ownership. The men you envy probably had to do the boring work in private. They probably faced rejection, failure, and discipline and kept moving. Don't wish for their results if you're not willing to study their sacrifices. God has a future for you, but you'll never step into it if your eyes are on someone else's life. Put your head down, put your ego aside, and start building like a man on a mission. Wealth gained without character will ruin you. An inheritance gained hastily at the beginning will not be a blessing at the end. In other words, getting rich too fast without building the man first will lead to a disaster. This is a warning. If you build wealth without building character, it will crush you. Money multiplies who you are. If you're disciplined, it multiplies your options. If you're reckless, it multiplies your problems. Proverbs and Ecclesiastes don't just teach you how to get money, they teach you how to handle it. That's the difference between financial growth and financial collapse. Character means patience, integrity, self-control, wisdom. If you don't have those in place, the money becomes a curse. You overspend, you try to impress, you get lazy, you lose your hunger, and eventually you lose your money too. That's why so many men who win fast lose everything even faster, because the foundation wasn't there. The man wasn't ready. Wealth is a weight, and only a man with strength, structure, and strategy can carry it well. So if you're in the process of building, don't rush. Build the man first. The wealth will come, and when it does, you'll be ready to handle it with strength and purpose. The Bible isn't soft when it talks about money, it's clear, it's direct, and if you follow it, you'll build a life that's unshakable, not just financially, but mentally and spiritually. We covered 5 forgotten financial truths from Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. These aren't just tips, these are commandments for men who want to lead with power, clarity, and purpose. And if you're ready to stop guessing, stop drifting, and start building, then it's time to join my private coaching program. We train men to lead themselves and their finances with strategy and purpose. No fluff, just transformation. Click the first link in the description. It'll be one of the best decisions you've ever made. Don't let another year slip by chasing noise. Build with wisdom, build like a man, and let that foundation take you exactly where you're meant to go.